And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Panzer Corp 2 in Operation Sealion Landing. I would be lying if I said things are going great. Things are going... They could be going worse. And that about summarizes it. Do we really want the Snell boat gone that badly? Or the tribal... It's guaranteed that we're going to get rid of the tribal if we do that bomb, so we'll do that bomb. There we go. You down here, you're estimating a 3, so take the 3. There we go. And that unblockades us. Hit the cruiser. Ah, that's good. Kind of want to run you into a port, but don't currently have a good one positioned for that. Are you suppressed so badly you can't shoot? Or do you just have really short range and I underestimated your range? Oh, because you encircled, you have no ammo. Happy fun times for being encircled, okay. Finish off that radio set. It's not in the way. Game of that one. Okay, so we do 8 damage there. You should... I didn't actually surrender. Okay. Okay, run over there. I'm gonna run over there, grab that city, encircle you, freeze you up to take that pot shot. Okay, I'm gonna land our stuff. That wasn't what I wanted. Although that's reversible, that didn't cost anything. Embark. Ship to there. Load. Oh, I need another turn before I can unload. Okay. I want to push you to port. Use you as a body blocker. We'll use you as a body blocker. So as we've probably not done the destroyer, so hopefully try to repair the cruiser. That probably would have been more useful. Okay, move you over there. Embark you, move you. Oh, actually, I should, can't load you in a boat this turn. I should heal you. Move that one. There we go. And then, yeah, now we're thinking, what damage can I do to the enemy Air Force? Primarily the enemy fighters. You're a fighter, you're a Spitfighter. Can I bring you down? Yes, if I task 2 planes to do it. That's tempting. Heinkel, Heinkel. Or those are the fighter ones. Yeah. Okay. You're Folkwolf. Have you come in? Actually, you're so badly damaged, we should get you healed. And we have the BF-109, okay. Same here, you need to heal. You need to heal. Yeah, I'm gonna claim the kill here. Good old-fashioned kill confirmation. Bomb you. We'll confirm that ship. Push you to port so we can repair you next turn. Schnellboat, although I don't necessarily need to Schnellboat anything. This would mostly be here for reconnaissance. Oh, that didn't give me any recon. What's your line of sight, specifically? 2. So that means I need to push it there to get the line of sight on the spots I want. So we've got a battleship there and a CA-class cruiser. Okay. County cruiser. Okay. Apparently the counter class is an AA destroyer because it does a lot of damage to planes. We're gonna dive bomb that plane. A little bit of damage. Yeah, I think that's our... Oh, you should heal. You're actually in good enough shape I could probably do a strike with you. Although unless it's on a ship, it's probably not worth doing. Okay. Yeah, so that's definitely an A ship. We'll hit that ship then. Okay. So back to the British. British still have quite a bit of air force. Our position on Dover grows stronger. So it looks like we hopefully won't be encircled this turn, so our units should get their ammunition back. Will make our artillery quite effective. Okay, that's not too much of a problem. That was an overrun on a half unit. The annoying thing is it's an overrun. Okay. Okay, that guy surrendered. Should be enough to get them to surrender. Force march you at least into the forest, okay. I have to get rid of the AA. Our aircraft to be a little bit more dangerous. The forest is as good as we're gonna get. Okay. Heal you in place or move you? I'm gonna move you. Tempting to heal him in place because I'd like to get him back in the action. We get him back in action faster moving him, but or healing him in place. But of course, then that comes with the drawback of not getting to shoot, or not getting him out of the way, so we can't clear the one hit point guy here. That's what I want to do right now. Okay, no matter what I do, I've got to unload the guy there. So we'll do... Oh, you're a fierce fighter. You've got the aim assist. We'll push you to that location. As long as you do 1 damage, the Steward should retreat, which means we captured alive, which is good. There we go. So we've encircled Brexhill. For some reason, my mind wanted to say Brexit there, which is definitely not correct. Did not encircle Brexit. Tempting just to shoot that guy down, but then that's actually blocking me from getting a bunch of people to deceive right now. So I will resist the urge to take the ship kill. Load you on a plane. I'm actually going to only fly you to there. We'll have you in AA cover. Well, it says there isn't AA coverage for planes, right? So maybe it wasn't the best of plans. Dive bomber here. Should go bomb something. Productive, hopefully. Let's hit the radar asset there. That allows you to take to the plane, take to the air. I'm gonna fly you out there. You're more likely to get mauled than the other one. The Hurricane is the one fighter over there. Let's take the damaged one. We'll have you confirm the kill on the Lancaster. Okay, I almost got rid of you. Of course, you don't have the range. Okay. Might as well shoot at the Hurricane there. I think we can bring this one down. Yeah, low rolled it, got by with a 1 hit point. Oh, you're another fighter plane. Of course, still didn't bring the plane down. Oh, and you definitely need to heal. Heal you. Push you over to the other port so we can do a little more repairs. Got one more bomber. We'll hit the battleship with you. Do I send the county class to the bottom? The answer is probably should be yes. We're going to take a bit of a retaliation for it, but I can just bring it down. So you go there, take the shot. Oh, never mind. I was getting suppression damage from the result, not damage. Shame. Okay. Never mind. County class not going to the bottom. Okay. British turn. We got the 4th of 6 objectives encircled, and the British land forces are definitely starting to run out of steam. I definitely see a situation where we can quickly roll up the coastline here. Especially now that our vehicles are landed. Crumbs. Lost another one of my, I think, veteran units on the crossing. Okay, I need to de-entrench you. There we go. Okay, you're de-entrenched, so I just need to hit you hard enough that you rout with the right unit. Go. Want that airfield? Can I fly here and unload? No. Okay. Although I can move there and unload. Okay. Take that airfield. Again, the more airfields near here we can take, the farther we push the British Air Force back. Which is good for us. Okay. Is the port considered close terrain? It is. It'd be a little bit of a risk to bring the armored vehicle into it. And that is the advantage of the self-propelled weapons, is they can do their full move and shoot. Unlike the towed ones, where they're gonna get to, if they load and move, then they don't get to shoot. For a lot of the maps, we're able to get away with shooting them before they move. So what we've been doing often is move, or shoot, move, shoot. We'll take a heal here instead of getting you shot up that much. Okay. Okay, so we've got an 88 across. Let's bomb the county class. If we can get rid of it, we can get rid of it. Not quite, although I might be able to do that with a destroyer ship. We'll do that, yeah. Ah, no, whiffed it. Okay. Wolf, got a wolf. Okay, so we can deal with those two planes pretty easily. So you roll up, shoot that one down. You roll up, shoot that one down. I think we're going to rebase you forward, British Isles. Still didn't. Oh, actually, did get that. Okay. So for a moment they were like, ah, it still failed again. Okay, you need to heal. I could replace some of the casualties we took, but I'm not gonna bother, I think, at this point. I think we're close enough to the end of that. It's just gonna distract from winning at this point. I don't think they're gonna get across the channel either way. You want to rebase? Let me rebase the other one. Shoot. You can bring it down. Ah, not quite enough range. Although we can see there's more British ships here, so the British are definitely going to come up and be an issue. Okay, so we sent you to the bottom. You to port, move you to port. Move you so you could go into port, potentially. Yeah, we probably want you to repairs. Well, might want you to repair. We'll see how the advance along the coast here goes. It's the British turn now. A lot of the British have got forced just rebase, so we're going to see a little bit less of the British Air Force for a moment here. Nope, we had a unit surrender. Is there gonna be another one surrendering? No. Never mind. Probably isn't another one surrendering. Oh, no, managed to retreat to someplace where he didn't surrender. That's good. Although, now he's just gonna get overrun. That was probably one of our veteran pioneers, too. No, actually, we probably want the other way around then. So you go there, you go there. Should be enough to get you to surrender. You in to grab the hex. We can steal the British airfield. So that'll force all these guys that just rebased here to rebase again. airdrop you. That encircles those British guys. Okay. That's those guys destroyed. Probably gonna want to bomb the fleet a bit more, based on their positioning. Go for heal on you. Reposition you, because you can actually move and heal. Is the nice thing about those armored cars. Keep the encirclement up, we'll have you heal. Time to boat you up, move you across the channel. Take a quick heal on you before we push you out. Okay, got some folk wolves here. Probably don't want to use them, or probably do want to use them to try to shoot up the planes. Roll you up down that one. You drop bombs on the Churchill. It's probably the most dangerous of the assets with the stuff we don't have encircled. The Commando's probably the next most dangerous, so bomb the Commandos. Okay, that's anti-shipping except for the Junker bomber. You have, although the Heinkels need to recover. Well, the one that was at 2 needs to recover. You don't even have a range to the planes, so we'll recover you as well. Do you have a range? You do. So I have to soften up the fleet. Use enough air power, we can push them back. And or destroy them, one of the two. That was definitely higher results than I was expecting. That works for me though, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. Just gonna note that that was like, expecting you to do like nothing and did a lot. Oh, got suppressed. Like, isn't gonna bomb? No. No, it's not. It's just run out of action capacity. Okay. Well, these guys are all going to rebase farther along. We got one more hex to take. If I take this shot to get rid of the radar, we're going to get shot up by the ground forces. Although, it's maybe not a concern. We'll just take that. Take those hits. And again, this gets the radar out of the way, clearing the road and the rail so our troops can rapidly move down the coastline here, potentially get encircling Portsmouth. We are going to have clouds on the next day, so the air attacks and, well, to be fair, the ground attacks to a certain extent are going to be hindered more. The British Navy is definitely pounding our troops on the beaches here. Okay, cloudy day. And not, well, I suppose that's not necessarily an issue, per se. Suppress you quite a bit, to be fair. Force march you over there. Okay. Oh, you have overrun, so I can roll up, in theory, and do... Oop. Leave that one. Oh, that didn't count for overrun, because it was open or close range. Shame. Yeah, a bit of a shame on that. Silva move... Technically, yes, although not super useful. Can you get into that hex? Yes. Okay, so that encircles the Churchill. You need cover. I think this is only +1. Yeah, one movement points. I think it's there. Thinking if I could get on the airfield there. The answer is no. Okay, got you surrendered. Put you there, and again, I think we'll blow up the radar. We can. Yeah, we'll blow the radar up. Get it out of the way. Oh, and the airfield was garrisoned anyway with an AA gun, so it would have been a little bit more of a struggle to get rid of it. Do I scoot and shoot, or not shoot and just scoot a bunch? Let's just scoot a bunch. Select the battleship, heal the battleship, which is what I was trying to do. Okay, we're gonna take some return fire. Push off to port. Destroyers. Those are the destroyers we're desperate. We can take the swings at the tribal. Let's do the bombers first. Yeah, suppression, no actual damage. No, you need to heal. You might as well heal. Because we're not going to get fighters. Or not, those are the one Wellington. Not a lot of planes in range. Probably should have done the dive bomber. It would have been more effective against that target. Roll the sub up, which should finish you off. Using the snowboat mostly as reconnaissance. Get some recovery on the sub. These are technically the fighter bombers. I think these are fighter bombers. Lost both his fighter support. They got a lot of anti-aircraft damage. They just don't have great range, and apparently aren't all that tanky, and they get shot up a bunch. Is there any AA stopping us here? No. Okay, the offensive is still continuing. I got some dive bombers we can hit things with. 1-to-1 versus the dive bomber versus that target's not super great. I'm actually more interested in hitting the AA in that position. As weird as it sounds. Same thing with that British infantry. One more hex to take. Yeah, and it's not going to take long enough to get that hex to warrant going for a second part, so we're going to go ahead and put the part, or going to go ahead and finish this part up before we put the part break in. Another boat goes to the bottom. That's good to see. Maybe we'll be able to heal up on this next turn. I might not bother because we might be close enough to winning. We'll see if we can get the encirclement on Portsmouth. So the Churchill could attempt to get out of encirclement. Weirdly, if it does that, it'll probably make itself more vulnerable. So we wanted to do that. Looks like we lost another Fallschirmjäger. Stuart tank. Okay, it didn't retreat. It's fine. There we go. Bunch of encirclements. Get the AA to be destroyed. That'll work. Be a little vulnerable, but it'll work. Okay. You dive bomb the Churchill. You dive bomb the Stuart. So in hindsight, that means you can finish the Stuart off. Get the overrun kill. Sometimes overrun always confuses me. Beacon unit, that's when you move actions. Yeah, always confused. I would have expected that to be considered an overrun. But apparently wasn't. Okay, that's not worth doing. We're gonna move you there. Push you there. Shoot there. Could go one. Actually, you could. Yeah, you could. You go there. You go specifically there. Nah, it doesn't work on you. Shame. I'd have to put someone in the swamp, which I really don't want to do. Push you up there, get you deployed, so we got that city well encircled. Yeah, there isn't... Unless I want to put some on the... We might try to capture it on the next turn. Just to catch it. at this point. But yeah, right now if I were to shoot up too much, it just run away. Fighters. Score a kill with you like so. In fact, that's probably gonna kill you. Yeah, okay. So maybe not optimal. You can fly there. I don't think we actually take you into the next map. Fly there. You can go there. You can go there. Okay, we're gonna send you to bomb you, you to bomb you, you to bomb you, you to run that one. I'm supposed to don't have anyone for you guys to bomb. Can either of you actually reach? No, we've already dive bombed it, so no, of course not. Okay, rebase to that airfield. And we'll deploy our bombs. Okay, cycle it back to the British. We just need to take Portsmouth. So we hammer it a bit with the artillery, and then the infantry goes in, and it should surrender. We might try to also get the Churchill to surrender. Okay. Not enough penetration. Okay, so if I can't get you to surrender, I just move in and claim victory here. Ooh, got a nice steamroller option. That wasn't actually what I want you to do. I wanted you to stay there and take that hex, please. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Surrender you. Let's get the other 4. Is it worth capturing anything else? It's not worth delaying for another turn. So as I get XP farm by bombing this stuff, but I'm not gonna bother at this point. Let's just take the objective. There we go. So that is the Sea Lion landing. So if we review the battlefield, we had like 1 hex we could take. Oh no, 2 more hexes, an airfield, another one over here. There was another snell boat, well, British equivalent snell boat, a couple more radar sets, but those aren't capturable. They're just radar sets. So I had to mostly destroy all the British on the map to win the map, except for their boats, and yeah, we were losing a lot of value against the boats and the planes. But that is the map. That was Sea Lion landing. And we'll see what the intro is to the next map, which will be the map we play the rest of the stream on.
Herr General, I've just finished my meeting with Field Marshal Rommel and Grand Admiral Dunitz, and I have an update for you. Firstly, the Grand Admiral sends word of the developing situation in the Atlantic. The Americans have shaken off the shock of our invasion of Britain, but are ill-prepared to intervene against it. So, fortunate news is you will not need to worry about major American reinforcements arriving anytime soon. Secondly, Field Marshal Rommel sends his congratulations on a beachhead well established. But Rommel believes an armored counterattack to our beachhead is imminent. He told me that it's exactly what he would do if our positions were reversed, and it was his job to repel an Allied invasion of the continent. Therefore, your orders are to deploy your forces in preparation for a major Allied assault.
Defend and then capture all
Here
victory hexes.
or here are likely to be hit hardest, as the British seek to deny vital port facilities to our invasion forces. After you've broken the backs of their counterattack, Rommel recommends going on the offensive. Don't let the British regroup. Take the opportunity to expand your beachhead here and here, but most importantly here, as the dockyards at Southampton will be invaluable to maintaining our foothold in Britain. Good luck.
Okay, so that's the briefing. So, basically a defensive mission, defensive counterattack mission. Counter battery fair. Okay, so you get a counter battery on one of the normal artillery. So lots of objectives from Madstone, Tonbridge, Crawley, yes, Guildford, Basingstoke, and Southampton. We control Portsmouth, Brighton, and Hastings, and we need to continue to control them at the end of the map. Did we get any fancy new equipment? So no new infantry, I'm not expecting any. We did get the Panther D. How does that line up against the Panzer IV, aka the Tiger? It is, in many ways, a weapon upgrade. So if we're worried about being able to deal with tanks, that's what we should upgrade to. It's a little bit less of a decrease in armor, but that's probably fine, especially because it's getting a mobility bonus. No new tank, or no new armored cars, or anti-tank, or AA. Artillery, no. Or actually, there is one. We've got the 30-centimeter towed Nebelwerfer. This is 30-centimeter Nebelwerfer, yeah. Pretty big stats. Not necessarily going to be, comparatively speaking, worth using, per se. Doesn't quite stack up to what we'd be wanting. Okay, so it's basically a not self-propelled version of this. Not that desperate for non-self-propelled versions. Right, we'd probably be fine playing the extra core slot for that. Fighters, no new fighters. We got new tactical bombers. We got an anti-tank guy, and we got a fighter bomber. Polkwolf FW-190F. So your fighter bomber. It means it doesn't do the same stuff the fighter does, but it does have a AA attack. And you're anti-tank, yeah. So we're probably not going to field those. We're probably going to just continue sticking to the Drinkers. Yeah, so we could trade the anti-infantry damage. We're not worried about the naval damage. We could trade the anti-infantry damage for better defense stats. Not that worried about that. Yeah, if we were worried about our tactical bombers getting into forays of fighters, this would be a nasty surprise for the allied aircraft, but that's about it. So yeah, not a lot of fancy stuff. We got the Panther D. We might spend upgrades on the Panther D. Yeah, probably going to spend upgrades on the Panther D. We'll see where the Panzer Warfare 42 XP is. I might retire him. I might go back to 21 centimeters. We're going to be dealing with armored offensives. And the 21 centimeter has that nice 31 heart attack, which is real nice. And then obviously we're going to rejig our forces. We're on the attack, but the defense. So we've got no planes or trains for this map, by the looks of it. So we probably want to bench the Fallschirmjäger, enter 5 Fallschirmjäger, and try to reconstitute the battered infantry force. Oops. That's not what I wanted. We got 3 Pioneers and 1 of the Wehr infantry. And we had, I think, 4... it was either 3-3 or 4-4. So we took pretty heavy losses in the last one. We kept the tanks, so we'll probably upgrade the tanks. At this point, the infantry, we'd be bringing infantry out of reserve for upgrading them. We did get a 1-star on you. Might swap you back to the 21 centimeter. The question is, do I upgrade you to the 21 centimeter? So yeah, we will do 0 sol on you. Oh, that's because we had one of them destroyed. That makes sense. So you're my artillery support one, I suppose. We can rejig around the balances here. We'll do that beginning of the next part, because this part went a little bit long. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, Sea Line Bridgehead will be the next mission. It'll be the part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, this is going to be the midstream tea break, where I go make a new cup of tea. So I hope everyone has been enjoying. Until next time, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.